I found myself in this living room, cradling my coffee cup as the soothing cadence of the rain outside enveloped me. The drops striking the window resonated like a haunting tune. It was in these moments that the weight of solitude pressed down most heavily on me. With Lucas frequently away, I found myself enveloped in the stillness of this vast, silent home. Yet today held a unique weight. Samuel, my stepson, had returned. After 2 years of immersing himself in software engineering overseas, he found himself back in the familiar embrace of home. His return ignited a deep feeling within me. It was difficult to articulate, yet I sensed a stirring within me, a complex thrill that was hard to define. As the sound of footsteps echoed from the hallway, I felt a surge of intensity, my fingers clenching around the warm cup of coffee. "Charlotte," he said, his voice carrying a weight of unspoken feelings. His voice resonated with the vibrant spirit of youth. Yet beneath the surface, there lingered a sense of quiet assurance. "I'm present, Samuel." "Welcome back, Imranan," I said, striving to keep my voice steady. As Samuel entered the room, a wave of realization washed over me. He appeared transformed in ways I couldn't quite articulate. His black t-shirt hugged his form just right, highlighting the power of his athletic physique. His hair was meticulously trimmed, and his facial features carried a defined sharpness, reflecting a newfound maturity. Yet, what truly resonated within me was the unwavering assurance reflected in his gaze. This new version of him caught me off guard, stirring something deep within that made me inhale sharply without even realizing it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, where I will unveil more captivating true stories that will resonate deeply. Stay with this video until the very last moment. The unfolding narrative promises to be deeply captivating. I once viewed myself as resilient and self-sufficient. Life had presented numerous challenges after I lost my partner at such a young age. Yet I had navigated through it all and embarked on a fresh journey alongside Lucas. Yet there remained a profound void within me, a realm brimming with unexpressed yearning and passion, concealed deep within my being. Samuel's return was unearthing those buried emotions. The impact caught me off guard, stirring something deep within. Each glance at him stirred a whirlwind of memories, evoking a deep yearning for those serene moments that felt so distant now. Samuel sank into the couch, his gaze fixed on me, a weighty silence hanging between us. "Words can't capture the depth of my longing for this house," he said, placing his coffee cup down with a sense of finality. All remains unchanged, yet there's an undeniable shift in the air. Perhaps it is I who has transformed. I smiled, yet that smile carried the weight of bittersweet memories from days gone by. In just 2 years, everything can shift dramatically. "It's astonishing to witness the transformation of that once timid child," I remarked, carefully avoiding his gaze before redirecting my focus to my coffee. The sparkle in Samuel's eyes was impossible to overlook. He offered a faint smile and remarked, "Yet you remain the same. Yet there remains the same elegant Charlotte." His words stirred a mix of pride and a subtle discomfort within me. I stole a quick look at him. The intensity in his gaze held me captive, leaving me unable to move. A stirring sensation within me hinted that this could evolve into something that would challenge limits. In that instant, an unspoken understanding enveloped us as we acknowledged the weight of our shared existence. There was an unspoken weight between us, a feeling lingering in the air. And this was merely the start. I felt a surge of anticipation as I planned something meaningful for Samuel's return. I selected my favorite dress from the closet, a deep red wine hue that embraced my shape flawlessly, ending just above my knees. I meticulously arranged my hair, allowing it to cascade over my shoulders, and applied a subtle touch of makeup. As I gazed into the mirror, a fleeting thought crossed my mind. Was someone entirely different? Deep within, I was aware that all my efforts were for Samuel, yet I swiftly attempted to banish that realization from my mind. In the end, he was merely my stepson, wasn't he? As I made my way downstairs, the absence of Lucas lingered in the air while Samuel awaited my arrival. The moment his gaze met mine, I felt a surge of something profound reflected in his eyes. In that fleeting glance, an unspoken connection sparked between us as we moved toward the kitchen. Every detail needed to be just right for the evening meal. As Lucas stepped through the door, he was met with the sight of the dinner table transformed, exquisite plates, a refined tablecloth, and the soft glow of candlelight creating an atmosphere thick with anticipation. The three of us gathered and the dialogue unfolded with a familiar rhythm. Lucas shared his thoughts on work, while Samuel revealed his aspirations, each word carrying a weight of anticipation and feeling. Yet unbeknownst to me, my eyes continually wandered toward Samuel. The grip of his strong hands around the wine glass, the subtle smile that danced on his lips as he spoke. I was captivated by every intricate detail. As I rose from the table during dinner, a surge of anticipation washed over me as I reached for another glass of wine. As I retrieved the bottle from the fridge and turned to return to the table, I sensed Samuel's silent presence behind me. He lingered just a step behind me, so near that I could sense the warmth of his breath against my neck. "Charlotte," he breathed softly. His voice carried a deep resonance filled with genuine feeling. As I glanced his way, our gazes intertwined, creating an electric moment between us. "I truly appreciate all that you've done. The meal, the setting, the comfort enveloping this home. Everything is filled with a profound allure." He hesitated, allowing his eyes to linger on me. "Your beauty has deepened even further." My heart raced wildly, as if trying to escape its confines. I found myself at a loss for words, my gaze fixed on him as he continued, oblivious to the turmoil within me. "Your elegance and brilliance have always had a profound impact on me. I understand you share your life with someone special, but I felt compelled to express this regardless." A tightness gripped my throat. "Samuel, for you to express that." "Text. I suppose I ought to express my gratitude," I whispered, my smile trembling slightly. I silently returned to the kitchen, placing the wine bottle on the table with a weighty sense of purpose. Lucas continued to speak, oblivious to the growing storm within me. My thoughts were in a whirlwind. As the last bite was savored, Samuel rose, a weight in the air, to gather the wine glasses. I offered my assistance to him. Lucas, lost in the glow of his phone screen, remained oblivious to the heavy stillness that hung in the air between Samuel and me. I turned my eyes away, yet his stare lingered, an undeniable weight pressing against me. Following dinner, each person retreated to their own space. As Lucas immersed himself in his tasks, I was left to navigate the depths of my own reflections. Samuel's words reverberated within me, stirring a whirlwind of feelings. "Your beauty has only deepened." How could something so seemingly ordinary stir such deep feelings within me? Rest eluded me that night. Samuel's return had ignited a whirlwind within me, leaving me uncertain of the path these emotions would lead to. When I slowly opened my eyes the next morning, sunlight was filtering through the curtains, filling the room. I realized Lucas had vanished. The space beside me lay vacant. For a fleeting instant, a wave of calm washed over me. I found myself trying to concentrate on my daily tasks, yet Samuel's words from last night lingered in my thoughts, stirring something deep within me. As I rose from my slumber, the fabric of my robe gently slipped from my shoulders, a subtle reminder of the vulnerability that lingered in the air. As I gazed into the mirror, a reflection emerged that felt both familiar and distant, stirring something deep within me that had long been dormant. I sensed a newfound allure within myself, perhaps even more than Lucas had perceived in all those years. As I ran my fingers through my hair, I caught a glimpse of the subtle glimmer in my eyes reflected in the mirror. I hesitated, lost in thought. What is happening within me? What is it that stirs these feelings within me? As I faced my closet to choose my clothes, I caught sight of the door being slightly open. Initially, it seemed insignificant, yet suddenly, a spark ignited within me. It struck me that Samuel was there, observing my every move. For a brief moment, we remained completely still. I gazed at him, my expression a blend of astonishment and discomfort. He, in contrast, averted his gaze like a child caught red-handed. "Samuel," I uttered, my voice trembling with a blend of astonishment and intrigue. Apologies escaped his lips, barely audible. Gradually, he shifted his gaze toward me, a hint of color rising to his cheeks. "Your presence captivated me completely. It happened without any forethought. In the midst of the heaviness surrounding me, a smile broke through, unexpected yet undeniable. It was clear that he sensed the intensity radiating from my eyes. "There's no need to feel that way," I said, offering him a gentle smile. "Lucas has already left. This morning, it's only us together." For a fleeting instant, Samuel's eyes reflected a deep uncertainty. He appeared caught in a struggle, weighing the choice of remaining or departing. That's when a profound change stirred within me. I came to understand that this was entirely within my grasp. With a softer inflection, I urged, "Come on, let's share some moments together. We might share a breakfast or perhaps explore another option." As those words lingered, Samuel took a measured step toward the door. A new kind of connection lingered between us, more intense than ever, yet it held no fear. There was an undeniable thrill in the air. His gaze swept across me the moment he stepped into the room. A sense of uncertainty enveloped me, yet within, I sensed that this morning held something extraordinary in store. Charlotte, sensing the deep urge within her, observed the uncertainty reflected in Samuel's gaze. She hesitated briefly, yet an undeniable pull urged her forward. With a delicate touch, she took hold of his arm, leading him softly toward the bed. In the midst of his bewilderment, she spoke with a serene assurance, inviting him to take a seat for a moment. "There are matters that require our attention." Samuel, filled with uncertainty, gazed at her, yet Charlotte softly urged him to take a seat on the bed. She stepped into the space beside him. The distance that once separated them diminished, and the charged atmosphere surrounding them became increasingly palpable. Charlotte was acutely aware of each shift within herself. Something within her was unraveling, and there was no way to retreat from this moment. "Samuel," she whispered, her voice rich and resonant. "I'm not merely observing you. I'm experiencing you deeply. Do you grasp that?" Samuel tilted his head slightly, his eyes reflecting a whirlwind of intricate feelings. It was difficult to decipher the depths of his feelings, yet Charlotte's words resonated powerfully within him. He nodded silently, acutely aware of the significance of their proximity. Charlotte shut her eyes, inhaling deeply, feeling the weight of the moment envelop her. This was the moment to truly feel and embrace. The feelings intensifying between them were becoming more evident with each fleeting moment, and Charlotte was determined not to remain passive. She was ready to take action. I softly guided her onto the bed, our lips meeting in a fervent embrace as she settled above me. "I was taken aback," she murmured, her gaze meeting mine, brimming with astonishment and thrill, her fingers clutching my hips with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. "Neither do I responded softly, my voice laced with an enticing warmth. "Yet it seems too delightful to bring this to an end." As our kiss deepened, I sensed his reaction to each caress, a silent exchange of feelings unfolding between us. My hand gradually moved beneath his shirt, sensing the heat of his skin as I navigated the contours of his defined stomach. He released a gentle sound that coursed through me, igniting a ripple of sensations along my spine. "Charlotte, you are truly remarkable," he whispered, his voice thick with feeling. He drew me nearer, his hands gliding along my spine, igniting a whirlwind of feelings within me. I conveyed the deep trust I held for him, my voice resonating with longing. "Then let's not linger any longer," he said as he took hold of the hem of my silk dressing gown and pulled it apart. I paused, feeling the weight of this unexpected revelation wash over me. Text: "You are so beautiful, sweetheart," he whispered, his lips brushing against my neck, igniting a spark deep within me. His hands glided over my skin, each caress igniting a whirlwind of feelings within me. His warmth ignited a deep response within me, and his kisses on my neck sent ripples of delight coursing through my being. I bent my back gently, a quiet sound of pleasure slipping from my mouth. With a surge of bravery, I yearned for deeper connection and led him forward. A few hours later, as the intensity between us began to wane, we discovered a sense of solace in each other's embrace. We could still sense the heat between us, inhaling deeply to soothe one another. Amidst the turmoil within, the proximity to Samuel, the sensation of his every movement, offered a strange solace. The reverberations of that moment lingered in my thoughts, suspended between the shadows of what had been and the unpredictable path ahead. After a moment of stillness, Samuel rose and silently made his way to the bathroom. As my gaze drifted through the shadowy corners of the room, a tempest brewed within my thoughts. What have I done? How accurate was it? I sensed a profound shift within me, yet an undercurrent of apprehension accompanied those emotions. Is it right for Lucas to find out? Perhaps. In that instant, a quiet voice within me suggested that perhaps it was merely a fleeting moment. Yet, another voice whispered within, I longed for this. I sensed it deeply. And it carries a weight. After an hour, the sound of my phone pierced the silence. It was Lucas, a revelation that stirred something deep within. I paused, my heart racing, and responded, his steady tone offering a flicker of solace amidst the uncertainty. Hey, Charlotte, Lucas said, there's something I must share with you. I've come to understand that I've overlooked you today. This evening, I wish to share an intimate dinner with you, filled with connection and warmth. Only the two of us, unwinding, embracing the moments we have together. What do you think of that? My hand gripping the phone quivered. Lucas's words resonated with a profound simplicity and beauty, inviting a deeper exploration of what lay beneath. Yet, amidst the turmoil within, accepting his invitation only deepened my sense of solitude. Was this truly what he had coming? And what about the events surrounding Samuel? I found myself engulfed in this perplexing situation. Yeah, Lucas, I said, attempting to mask the wavering in my voice. I would truly cherish that. It will be a profound experience to share moments with you. As I ended the call, a whirlwind of thoughts surged within me, each one vying for attention. I was acutely aware of my surroundings, yet an overwhelming sense of disorientation enveloped me. Regardless of the moments of clarity I experienced, the turmoil within me was intensifying, weighing down my spirit. Lucas's words wrapped around me like a fragile promise, hinting at the possibility of restoring what once felt whole. But Samuel, in that instant, those caresses, those gazes, they had drawn me into an entirely different realm. A whisper within urged me to trust that all would align as time unfolded. Yet another voice echoed within me, reminding me of the profound understanding I had gained, of the transformation that had unfolded and the depth of that transformation. Lucas and the meal. Perhaps this evening I could shut my eyes and embrace the notion that all is well. But what of Samuel? Is it possible to erase the memory of that encounter we had? I gradually propped myself up and gazed out the window. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow that hinted at the day's end. Everything was gradually fading into shadows, enveloped in stillness. In that moment, I understood that existence unfolded in a continuous loop. At times, achieving equilibrium feels elusive. At times, you move forward, unaware of the direction your heart is guiding you toward. But one day, a flicker of hope ignited within me, whispering that all would align, that I would uncover the significance in my being and the paths I chose. Regardless of the circumstances, a pivotal choice awaited me today. In that instant, within the depths of my being, despite the uncertainty of what the night would unfold, I embraced the gift that life had presented to me. Ultimately, the most profound journey often starts with a simple act of acceptance. And even amidst the chaos, perhaps significance lies within those intricate instances where we find ourselves adrift. If you've journeyed to this point, I can sense your deep engagement with the narrative. What lies ahead is filled with surprises, and you'll definitely want to be part of it. Press that follow button and activate notifications to be the first to immerse yourself in my next enigmatic story. Your encouragement will empower me to create more content like this.